So a big thing about the summertime that we have to watch with these dogs is making sure they don't get heat exhaustion or heat stroke. One of the easy ways that we can do this nowadays is the technology that we have. So from the Home Again microchip scanners, these guys have what we call the updated chips in them. And what happens is, like, before we start running the dog, we can scan the chip, but up in the top right hand corner it shows us the temp of the dog. So if it's a new dog coming in training, I can scan them right before we do drills to know what their normal temp is, which should be between 99 to 100. And then as I'm running the dog, I can scan again to see how fast they're climbing. But too, a more important factor, not only with the technology of the skip reader, is knowing the dog and the signs that they show you as you're working them. So we've run a few retrieves with him now. If I can bring my reader out. And now we're at 102. Got the reading before we started, and now we're starting to work a little bit. I can see how fast. So he's went from 100.9 to now with 3 retrieves, even in the cool morning, he's running 102. So not everybody's got a reader that they can scan these chips with. So knowing some other signs is going to be key this summer that helps people keep their dogs cool. So one is knowing your dog, knowing how they're breathing. And as I'm working the dog, especially in the summer, we're going to give them downtime where we're working multiple dogs so they get a minute to breathe. But another real important factor is always using my shaded areas. The shade areas is going to keep that ground cool. Other things is not always just putting them in cold water. If they're really hot and we're hitting that level of what we call heat exhaustion, having good airflow and shade helps them cool off faster. When they're heated up to 102, 103, 104, if you drop that temperature too fast and it drops below 98, then you're just as much in trouble with cooling down too fast as you are when they're getting close to heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So very important things to think about is making sure your dog is conditioned for this kind of weather, where they're staying in the pens or the crates right before you work, get them acclimated to the weather they're going to be working in. But two is good nutrition. So a good balanced nutrition like Eukanuba helps them get the nutrients, and along with the conditioning and training, to handle and recover from a lot of heat related type scenes or scenarios. And working in the summer, it allows their body to recoup faster.